Matt, how much anticipation is there going into this game?
Yeah, it's another home game for us, which we always look forward to, and obviously the added spice of a local derby. So, boys are really, really excited this week. We've had a couple of good performances to build on, and I think everyone's just excited to get back out on the pitch again.
And obviously, the Bath derby didn't go the way that anyone wanted, except possibly Bath. But does that sort of just add a little bit of extra incentive into going into another West Country derby?
Absolutely. I mean, we hate losing at home to anyone, and obviously it makes it that bit more disappointing when it's a derby. Losing to Bath was really disappointing for us. It was a tight game again, and we fell on the wrong side of it. And yeah, I think we're all just looking at how we're preparing this week to make sure that doesn't happen again. But we've been focusing on what we've been doing well over the last couple of weeks and looking to keep that going, and work on the areas that we've maybe fallen short on.
Because it does seem to be that there's a bit of momentum building at home at last.
Yeah, definitely. We had a good win against Treviso, the European Cup, which was our first win of the season at home, and then beating Wasp was great for us, getting that bonus point as well in front of the home fans. We sort of really needed that in the Premiership, and then it's nice to have this Bristol game come round, and these are really special days at Kingsholm when you get a derby, sellout crowd, and these are the games you want to be playing in. So we're all really excited for it.
And because the crowd get excited and there'll be a big crowd for it, and it hasn't happened for a few years, how much extra does that add to the occasion, or do you just have to play the game and not the occasion?
Yeah, I mean, for us, we've just got to focus on our processes on the pitch. It's just a game of rugby for us, like any other one. You've got to try and block out the occasion and enjoy the atmosphere and let the crowd spur you on, but don't get carried away with thinking about winning silverware or winning the derby match. It's all about your processes on the pitch.
And on a personal level, you're right up there in the try-scoring stakes as well, as is Charlie Sharples. How pleased are you with that? I mean, I suppose it sort of shows the style that Gloucester want to play this season in attack certainly is working, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely is. I suppose if your outside backs are scoring tries, often means that you're playing a good brand of rugby, but sometimes these tries come off the back of some unglamorous work like kick chasing, or the forwards doing great work up front in the set piece, and we were just lucky enough to get on the score sheet at the end. So it's I suppose it is nice, but it's that's just a little novelty. It's not something that's gonna make me a better player or anything. It's just quite nice to have your name up there. But I would swap them for wins any day.
And actually, that style of rugby that's producing that, is that going to be possible to continue as sound turf turns to mud throughout some of the grounds, in the winter months?
Yeah, I think we all know, like, playing rugby in this part of the world, it can get a bit wet and windy and muddy this time of year. So yeah, you've just got to be sensible about where you're playing your rugby. That's not to say there's not a time and a place to attack. You've just got to pick and choose those moments, I think, a bit more carefully, because defences can be on top when the conditions are like this. So we've really got to focus on playing rugby in the right areas.
And as ever in a derby game, as you say, with the conditions as well, I suppose being clinical when the opportunity comes is crucial, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. We saw that the weekend against Saracens. We maybe didn't keep the ball in their 22 on a couple of occasions, and in the second half, and we lost the game by 4 points. And I think against teams of that quality, if you're creating those chances, you've got to put at least one or two of them away if you're to win. So we've looked at those on the video this week and how we could have maybe finished off those chances, and we've just got to try and do that against Bristol, because they'll be right up for this game.
Finally, although obviously you're still delivering the goods for Gloucester, I'm sure you'd have rather have been with Scotland. How much has that hurt, but also how much of an eye have you still kept on what Scotland have been doing and how they've been performing?
Yeah, I mean, I was really, really disappointed not to make the squad, and it's the first sort of time I've had to experience being dropped from the international squad, in my career. So yeah, I mean, watching that Australia game, the first game they had, was probably one of the toughest games I've had to watch, to be honest. It was really hard to watch that, the boys out there at Murrayfield, and but that these things happen in sport, and I really just wanted to find out why I wasn't in the squad and really work on those areas. And I mean, I'm just hoping that if I keep improving, I'll be back in the Six Nations. That's what I'm aiming for. But yeah, as you say, we've had a good couple of weeks with Gloucester, so that's sort of made it a little bit easier for me.
And those answers you wanted, you've got those, so you know which way to go now, do you?
Yeah, definitely. And coaches, they pick the team, and if they have a certain view of what players they want to pick, that's completely up to them. And I've just got to accept that and move on and get better.